Hey Blossoms. All right, April training. I was trying to brainstorm some ideas to talk about for training this month, and I really decided to hit up on a few that are really not discussed anywhere. And I realize everyone's not in my brain, so you don't know them. And I mean, one, I just kind of learned myself. So the first one I want to talk about is when IDs are given, because as we know, we always ask those hostesses, hey, have you ever thought about the business and tell a little personal story about yourself? I usually ask 4 days before the party in my hostess coaching. And that 4 days is important because, and this is why it's important. I mean, one day before wouldn't be good. Not to say if they want to join one day before, but we'll talk about it. Okay, going too fast. When home office doesn't work on the weekends, right now they're shipping, but they do not give IDs on the weekends. So if you have someone join, I mean, probably if they join Friday morning, like early morning, you'd probably get their ID Friday a little after lunch, I would say. Not guaranteed, of course, but I mean, I'd give a 99% chance that would happen. Now, if you're having a party Sunday night, okay, and you ask that hostess 4 days before, that's Thursday-ish. Why I can't figure that out, I don't know. So you ask that hostess. Now, if she doesn't get back to you, because sometimes it takes them 2 days, and she says Saturday, yeah, I want to join, you're not going to have that ID in time for that Sunday night party. So if I were having a Sunday night party, which I never have, I don't do Sundays, um, I would probably ask them Wednesday or Thursday right away and just say I'd probably wait. If they responded back, I don't know. I'd either say it right away or I might wait to see what they respond to my message about it. But I would definitely say, hey, if you decide you want to, you'd have to do it by Thursday night. So we are guaranteed to get your ID in time to run the sales through your ID. So you get the cash and the free books. Definitely put that in there so they know. Now, one caveat, if that's the right word I'm using, is that I learned this the hard way. A lot of times they don't give IDs on the first of the month. So I had a party. I told the girl, yeah, you sign up, we'll have your ID by tomorrow. It was the first, and they do all of their promotions and everything they're doing on the first of the month. So we didn't get her ID in time. Now, all's well that ended well because I just told everyone at the party, yay, she joined, and can everyone just wait till we get her ID and order tomorrow? I'll let you know. And it worked out fine. Um, I think you might lose some excitement, but who knows? I mean, that's not statistically proven. And they're usually, obviously, they're family and friends, so they want to support her in her endeavors. Now, another way to do that, if you don't have that ID in time, is to have them, tell them what's going on and you're waiting for the ID. And I would say, please PM me your order. So I would give them a full catalog, a digital catalog to go through. So I wouldn't give them a website. I would post at the shopping post, I would give the full catalog and say, hey, zoom through this catalog and why don't you, shoot me a PM of all the books you love. I don't know. Sorry, can't think off the top of my head. So shoot me it in a PM. Then it makes them a little more accountable because then the next day when you have that ID, you can write back and be like, hey, Amy, I'm so excited. Here is whoever's new link and go ahead and put those awesome books that you chose right through this link. It kind of gets them in that excitement to PM you. Now, obviously, they would probably realize, oh, I don't have to buy that if I don't want to, but I think a lot of times they still would. So that's one way I would do it. Okay, so on the first, I wanted to say that because most people don't know that. I didn't know that. Now, 2 months ago, I had someone who wanted to join. Her party was on the first. She decided the day before. And I said, I'm going to say, because I learned the hard way, that you might not get your ID in time. So she didn't join. So I lost that recruit. And guess what? Other people in my central group got recruits and they all got IDs on the first. So obviously, that is not a given every time. But that's just what I learned. So for my own self, I do not say that you will get an ID on the first. Okay. All right. So IDs given, yeah, or not over the weekend. Now, if I have a Monday night party, which I always do Monday night parties, I feel pretty safe if they sign up anytime over the weekend and even till Monday morning. That makes you super nervous because it has to be early. It has to be kind of before they're in the office and um, doing their thing in the office. And then you're probably going to get an ID in time. But that's just kind of too close. All right, enough talk about ideas. I think you got the point. All right, because I will ramble. All right, next one, I'm going to talk about the difference, which I just learned a few months ago, of signing up a new recruit in OrderPro versus e-commerce. All of my recruits, I'd say 60 some, I just had sign up through my e-commerce site. And that's what I did for my sponsor from her, through her. And that's what I thought, okay, that's what I did. So anyway, I had a recruit who decided after her party to join. I felt so bad because it was a $900 some party and I totally wanted her to have it. But anyway, she decided after. I think because her party was so awesome and I was going to give her the bookings. So she decided to sign up after. I am out of my incentive period, obviously. And so if you're in your incentive period, this really doesn't affect you. But if you are out of your incentive period, if you sign up a hostess through OrderPro, you can check that little box. They are signing up. They do not get sales credit. I know that box says it. It is not true. Getting rid of that box in the new system because it is confusing. They will not get sales credit if they did not have an ID before an order was made. So if an order comes in on your ID and they have their ID, you can email tech and say, hey, can you transfer that over? And squeaky door. But I tried once to transfer over previous sales before they had gotten their ID, and they said, no, you can't transfer over an order if there was no ID created before that order was placed. So where am I going with this? OrderPro. So if you're out of your incentive period, your hostess wants to join, you can give them double free books. So mine at a $900 some party, my hostess, on regular, I think it was February, can't remember, the rewards were like 100 extra in free books. So she would have got 200 some. But because I signed her up through OrderPro, she got like 340 in free books because she got the double free books when she was joining. So that is the advantage, I'd say the only advantage, unless I'm wrong and someone can correct me, of signing up someone through OrderPro. And the one thing is you need their social security number. She gave me hers, so it was fine. Maybe there'll be some people who don't want to give that, then I guess that option is out because there's no other way to do it without their social security number. All right, so that is that. Now, the Attitude Matters Challenge. I just want to say thank you all for giving your wonderful words. And it's always so good to be positive. And we all know we have been through some times lately with our shipping and our growth and our warehouse move that, people, for having 700 people on our page, which is awesome, we had some amazingly positive people and really no one negative. I mean, and everyone knows what we're experiencing, but to keep it in that positive spin and anyway, I could go on about that. But I'm just so proud of everyone. And I read some of the other directors or leaders, and their people are just yelling and complaining. And I'm like, our team is so nice. Anyway, so this Attitude Matters challenge I loved reading all your things, so thank you. So I'm going to pull the prize winner, even though this is a training video. Look at all these. We had all you guys do all these Attitude Matters with the hashtag. I love this, so thank you. Okay, so who's going to get the $50 in new releases? But, if you can pick anything you want, I don't care if they're new releases or not. Trevor! Yay, Trevor! You're the winner! How excited! I hope I said your name right. Trevor. Looks like Trevor. Okay. I guess you only read it all the time, so yay! Congratulations! Thank you all for those posts yet again. It really uplifts everyone, and we all need a positive attitude, and I'm sure I could go on a little lecture of how we need it in our whole lives, for our whole lives to be happy, but we're only talking about Asborn. But so I will say thank you for your wonderful attitudes. Okay, let me just say another point is a lot of you are new. Of course, we probably add in like 100 people every 3 weeks, which is amazing. So the consultant success plan, you probably got in an email from your team leader when you joined, and I'm going to say totally work through that. That is awesome. And we have Tabitha Roach, who was my director when I joined. A lot of you have seen her in all our videos, but she just recently collaborated with a bunch of us to create a new one, and I love it. You've probably seen me say it. I'm sorry if I'm boring you with saying that, but I think it's great. So walk through that checklist. And a lot of you might not even know there is a next 60 days. So you get through that first 30-day checklist. In the Files of Blossoms, I have the next 60 days. I love it. I go back to it often. I copy paste videos from it all the time to people. So totally get through that. Okay, this is our last month of the Connect 3 challenge in April. I'm excited to see how many of you hit that. Last year I hit it. I joined, I joined in March. Convention was in June. Whatever, if you did it for 4 months, I think last year, I was only there for 3, something like that. But I chose to take the books because I did not go to convention, so that is an option. Though, of course, I want you all convention. But I will say, if you sold 1,000 February, March, and April, this being the last month, then you can choose to take 150 in books, which is awesome. So I had taken last year the books. I think if I would have been here one more month, it was a coach purse. So I missed out on the coach purse, but that's okay. I don't need it. So anyway, get those 1,000 in sales. I hope you newer people, you're out of it for this time around, but next year convention time, they'll probably do the same thing. And what it is if you sell 1,000 in February, March, and April, you have your convention ticket covered, which is like $250. So it's free. Convention is free, which is awesome. Or you can take the 150 in free books. And if you sell 2,000 in February, March, and April, besides getting the awesome Hawk rewards, which some of you people probably don't even know about, it just gets better and better. You'll see because we'll get new ones in April. But if you sell 2,000, you will get an Apple or a Samsung, I think, watch, which is awesome, on top of everything else, just for doing what we do and sharing these awesome books and literacy and promoting literacy, which is so needed. So anyway, home office is awesome. All right, and my last thing I just want to say is convention. There are probably like 1,200 people signed up so far. We have about 30, and I just keep finding out there's more, so I don't know. And because I just went shopping to buy little surprises for everyone coming. But there's about 30 of us Blossoms going so far, but I'm totally saying you should come. As many of you who can. I know, I was new last year and I did not go, but so this will be my first convention. I'm so excited. But just saying, it'll be a super business booster says everybody who's gone, and motivating and fun, and meeting each other is awesome. I mean, we went to ALR and there was maybe 9 of us there from Blossoms, but you just formed such a bond with them so quickly, and then to see them all the time it's so much fun. So I suggest coming if you can do that. All right, that is all I have for this month. And my non-fancy words that are part of our phrase are, all right, so have a wonderful spring, beginning of our spring, which I'm very excited for, up here in Pennsylvania. I'm ready for spring. Okay, and have a great April.